week. Well, there has been a change to the top of the Republican presidential race. In one key state and in one key poll, Ben Carson is now ahead of Donald Trump. Fox's Carl Cameron takes a look at the numbers.
There's a new frontrunner in Iowa. Ben Carson's overtaken Donald Trump in the first 2016 caucuses 14 weeks from now. He's 8 points ahead of Trump in the latest Quinnipiac poll. Slow and steady, Marco Rubio and Ted Cruz in double digits are third and fourth. Christian conservatives have comprised more than half of Iowa's GOP caucus turnout for years. 36% back Carson, more than double Trump's support. Rubio and Cruz have traction with evangelicals, too. Both Rick Santorum in 2012 and Mike Huckabee in 2008 won Iowa by surging in the last few days, not the last 3 months.
If I worried about that, I would have thought that Rick Perry would have been the president 4 years ago, and Rudy Giuliani would have been the president 8 years ago, because that's who was leading in the polls at this time.
Trump and Cruz have opposition among key conservative Hispanic groups for their tough immigration plans and rhetoric. Several have scheduled an unprecedented meeting and warning to the Republican Party the day before next week's debate that Trump and Cruz and perhaps others will turn off Latino voters and could cost the GOP the general election. In New Hampshire, Lindsey Graham was blunt.
I don't think the Republican Party has a snowball's chance of hell of winning in 2016 if Donald Trump's the nominee. I think when Donald Trump said that most illegal immigrants, are rapists and drug dealers, he's wrong, and it's destroying the Republican Party's attempt to dig out of a hole with Hispanics.
In Nevada, the LIBRE Initiative, one of the conservative Hispanic organizations objecting to Trump's rhetoric, applauded Bush when he cast himself as the anti-Trump.
And I hope you want a leader that actually takes the time to listen, that doesn't have the arrogance to think that he's got it all figured out without ever actually taking the time to listen to people and grow and learn.
Trump mostly speaks well of Carson and Cruz. He belittles Bush and Rubio.
Jeb, who is doing very poorly in the polls, I just looked at this poll, 5%. I think I'm going to stop talking about him. But I think Rubio, so I'm saying, you have to be cool. You have to really be cool. And Putin's sitting, and Rubio's going to meet him, and Rubio walks in, and he's sweating, and he's pouring down. Putin's going to look at him and say, what the hell's wrong with this guy?
In fact, all the campaigns, including Trump's, are sweating out the most unpredictable, unorthodox Republican nomination race in decades, as are the voters and reporters. In Washington, Carl Cameron, Fox News.
Well, she's faster than a speeding bullet, and she's also pretty easy on the eyes. At least one presidential hopeful thinks so. Jeannie Mose tells us how Jeb Bush feels about Supergirl.
Just as Supergirl's new show is about to premiere, she exploded onto the stage of presidential politics.
You sure you're bulletproof?
Hope so.
Bullets may bounce off Supergirl, but Jeb Bush shot himself in the foot answering this question.
Who is your favorite superhero?
We're going down. Brace for impact.
Jeb should have stuck with his first answer, which was Batman.
Oh, come on!
But instead, he brought up the young female Caped Crusader who can lower a crashing jetliner to a safe landing, reminiscent of the Miracle on the Hudson.
I saw that there's a Supergirl is on TV. I saw it when I was working out this morning. There's an ad promoting Supergirl. She looked pretty hot.
Now, hot is a term presidential candidates usually apply to say the weather, rather than a 27-year-old actress named Melissa Benoist. Even Jeb didn't need X-ray vision to see.
That'll make news.
Road One commenter, ugh, the woman is about the same age as his children. What a creep. Versus the counter-argument, so he said that TV Supergirl was hot. What's wrong with that?
To be a superhero, you need a crime. There's a car chase on the 112 freeway.
I could do a car chase.
Maybe Jeb should follow the lead of Donald Trump when it comes to superheroes.
Mr. Trump.
Yes.
Are you Batman?
I am Batman.
But Supergirl and Jeb Bush do have one thing in common.
Let me show you something.
Both seem to have a penchant for unbuttoning their shirts to reveal their true selves. Jeannie Mose.
Pretty hot.
New York.